Okay, I'm live and going on again. I was on for 3 hours, and then we did the Scotch test dummies for an hour and a half and a little more, and now I'm on again. I've had quite a bit to drink, and check on the see if anybody is looking in on this whole thing. There's a live chat. It has one person watching now, and there's Jerome saying first. There we go. We have a bit of water so I can get rid of the dryness in my mouth. We've got Hillbilly Wine, Iron Man. Oh, that's good. That's classic. I have got to find something else to drink. I've had several drams so far, and I don't know what to drink next. Martin's saying second, and Sriracha's happy to be here. Jerome, thanks. I just watched your Jim Beam signature craft 6 row barley. Oh, that one is only thanks to Jackass, who sent me that sample, and it was very kind of him to do so. And I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed tasting that and had a good time with it. I need something to put in my glass now. I don't know what I'm going to put in. That was very much a whiskey burp. Hey, Triple Cap, who said, hey, Quig, I need to put something in my glass so that I can drink a toast to you all. Oh, what do I got here? Something stronger than what I had. Oh, here we go. This is a no-brainer, almost. I got, yeah. Okay. This will do. I got a little bit of the Among the Heather leftover, which I got last summer, or actually last spring. This is from the Victoria Caledonia distillery, which is right here in town. Actually, it's the closest distillery to where I live. But this here is a whiskey that is a blend, and it's made of Blair Athol, Clynelish, Ardmore, and Kalila. And this is one of those bottlings that they sourced from Scotland so that they could sell something while their own juice is aging in the warehouse slowly to get to the point where they can bottle it and sell it. So these round bottles with there's just a little bit left there. These round bottles with the plastic cork contain some very good liquids. We put this back on the shelf right now so that I don't misplace it. Misplacing whiskey is a bad thing. Oh, yeah. Was this 46% alcohol by volume? Something around that vicinity right there. We got 10 people watching already. Wow, I haven't been on long at all. 3 minutes I've been on. Okay. A Triple Cap says, hey, Quig, this is the High Rye Jim Beam signature craft. I hope someone who has it can send you a sample. High Rye Jim Beam signature craft. Wow. I don't know. Oh, there's Welsh. Hi, chaps. I initially read that as chaos, but I have, I need to not drink so much, or I need to get a new prescription for my glasses because it looks like chaos from here. Sriracha's saying, Jerome, that's supposedly a good one. Only tried Roland Oat so far. Loved it. Okay. There we go. Santa Cruzan saying, hi, gents. Hello, Santa Cruzan. Good to have you with us. And Hillbilly Wine was going to bed, but since you're drinking to us, I'll have a shot of Angel Envy for you. Slancheva, Hillbilly Wine 101. And Santa Cruzan, Welsh Toro says hi to Santa Cruzan or something like that. Yeah. What time is it by you, Welsh? by Welsh. Ooh, that's probably about, it's about 9 here. It's probably 5 or 6 a.m. where he is. Just guessing. Triple Cap says to Hillbilly Wine. Nice. Very good. I'm back on. Oh, where's Jackass? We're done. Damn sure. It's 4:47 and I have a tiny window to sneak into bed before I'm busted. 4:48 says Triple Cap. On to the Crown Royal Black. I haven't tried that one yet, Sneerson. I'm gonna. I have one. I just haven't tried it yet. And Martin's only gonna have one dram, then off to bed. But where Martin lives, it's 11:49. Yeah, that's reasonable. Oh, excuse me. I have been drinking quite a bit, and maybe a little faster than usual. Claire the Third saying the whiskey well is growing. Looks nice. Yeah, it's getting there. It's expanding a tiny little bit. It's getting past my bald head and going in that direction slowly. That way, it's pretty much done. But you never know. I plan to make it work. Yeah, in that direction there. Trooper for sure. Sneerson saying the CR Black is one of those bottles that isn't going to last long around here. Oh. Well, when I found it a few months ago, and I haven't had it yet. Just have it still sealed. Drinking more may change your vision, hopefully for the better, but maybe not. What it is that it makes it blurry. These glasses are not really worth much. I can't read your comments this way or with these glasses on. I'm gonna have to pull out the reading glasses, and that's better. The reading glasses are easier to see with, at least the comments. How many tubes are back there? You want me to count them? Fuck Triple Cap. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How about 16 times 8 approximately? I'm not going to count every single one, but 16 times 8, so it's 80 and 64, 144, something like that. I don't know. Approximately, pretty much something like that. That was great. Be RD the hell out of the Great Wall of China. Well, the Wall of China. Laughing out loud. Didn't. 128. Expect you to count them? I just gave you an approximation. That should do you. It's approximate. Count all of them, my goodness. The things I do for you guys. I have a few of these left. They're M&M caramels. They're delicious. They are great. And for some reason, they don't put my blood sugar up high, which is good. They're enough on that wall to have kept Quick occupied for a while. 2.5 years, baby, so far. Welsh is saying that the STD show was problematic. Like to hear the banter between Bart and Scott. It was more like an advert. Well, I mostly paid attention to the comments, the chat, that like we're doing right now. Most of my attention was on the chat. And occasionally I'd hear what they were saying. Oatcakes are in the other room, but I do have them, yes. Sneerson is saying, giving Valentine another go might be my favorite cheap blend. Hated it before. The Triple Cap is saying at Welsh Toro, bingo, but I still liked it. Oh, we're talking about the problematic STD show. Sneerson likes the Quig fabric. You're just biased. And Welsh Toro says, think that chat is where it's at. Well, it is at the moment, yeah. Except for me spouting off whatever I'm spouting off. It's good. So where is the biggest instigator of this whole thing? Where's Jackass? I'm gonna have to send him a message. And it says here, Food Quig is live. Oh, we don't need to see that anymore. Go back to here. And yeah, chat is where is that? Jerome saying, are you able to buy Elijah Craig 12 still there, Quig? Well, Jerome, I have a couple of full bottles. And the last time I looked was about 3 months ago, and I could still buy it at one particular store, or 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. I have not looked for Elijah Craig 12 since then, and I don't know if I can still get it. But I have 2 full bottles here, sealed and everything. So I'm not really in a rush, but maybe I should get out there and see if I can get 12 Elijah Craig. But, you know, since I have 2 full bottles, I might want to spend my money on something else. What I wanted to do was grab a full bottle of the Elijah Craig small batch, which is the non-age statement version of the same thing, basically. And I wanted to compare the two, open the bottles at the same time, and compare them as I go. And I was thinking of doing that. Then Trenny and C said they have something like that already in the pipe, and it's ready to go on. But who knows when it's going to happen. I might end up beating them to it. But it's really funny lately. You know, I've been watching some whiskey videos and seeing people put up things that I want to put up. Like, for example, the Shackleton. The Scotch Test Dummies this weekend put up the video of the Shackleton, And my Shackleton video was done a week ago, but it's due to go up Monday morning. Well, in the morning. So, yeah, they beat me to publication, but I think they may have made the video before I made mine. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, but I can still get Elijah Quag, I think. If not, I have 2 full bottles right here. So I want to do a side-by-side between the non-age statement and the Craig 12. We'll see. They for sure got free advertising on the show, but like you say, I was into my chat. There you go. Triple Cap says, okay, boys and girls, got to go to bed before midnight. My window is closing. Okay, shut that window. You don't want to catch a chill. Later, Triple Cap. Until next time. Hopefully, I was able to get to your comment before you actually shut her down. Whiskey Scout saying, well, for what it's worth, I am drinking Bull Run Distilling single malt whiskey, still trying to get a handle on it. Bull Run, never heard of it. I don't know anything about it. I'm drinking my Macalonis Among the Heather, which is a lovely 40%. Blend of Scotch malts, bottled in Canada. I don't know if it's aged in Scotland or in Canada. Well, it's very heathery and honey and a little bit sweet and a little bit good stuff. Okay, Sneerson saying, hey, Jerome, just picked up 2 bottles of 12 after seeing a small batch display. Seems to be lots on the Canadian prairies. Ah. Yeah. I think I can still get some here, like I said, but good on you, Sneerson. Pick up what you can. And Welsh Toro says, cheers to Triple Cap, because Triple Cap is going to bed. Okay. There's Ace. There's definitely some air wanting to come up. Ace had a hard time following the live stream, missed the beginning introductions, and was eating dinner and getting settled at home. And Sneerson is asking Ace what he's drinking. Just poured 3rd dram of the evening, Michter's Rye, toasted finish barrel strength. And he's asking, what about you? And how do you like it? CR Black. Toro's drinking a very tasty old malt cask Lafroig 15 sherry. It's delicious, but way too expensive. Yeah, probably Elijah Craig 12 after this. Your Michter's Rye. Okay, that's what Santa Cruzan is saying to somebody. I don't know who. At Santa Cruzan, I like it. I wish the price of admission would be a little lower. Dig the buttery, sugary hay notes. Okay, I think we're talking about Michter's Rye, yeah? Sneerson says, that sounds up my alley, Welsh, yum. Yeah. Lafroig 15 sherry. Well, I've got the non-age statement, Lafroig, Lore. We've got the Lafroig Triple Wood. I have a Lafroig 15 and a Lafroig 18, both of which I have not opened yet, but they're not the sherry version. They were just the Lafroig. Sriracha's saying, I like it. Okay, the price of admission. Good to hear. Santa Cruzan says, Sriracha, have you had the 10-year-old rye? Bull Run is an Oregon whiskey, single malt, is 4 years old, and they have bourbon as well. Just recently showed up in my area. Ah, there you go. Um, I have not gone to the store, well, where they sell things like that, Oregon and stuff from Utah and stuff from Washington State and stuff from Colorado, just because it's expensive here. Uh, and I haven't gone to the store where they sell that stuff lately. I've just been buying cheap stuff the last little bit. Sneerson says, think we only get the basic Michter's bourbon here. Any good? The basic's okay, but it's expensive. Martin's saying Booker's 2016-05 here. Booker's, yeah. I don't know, for some reason Booker's didn't really boat my float, so to speak. I may have to try some more, but you know, when you give me Booker's or Baker's, I'll take the Baker's right away. Just a personal preference, I suppose. I don't know. So 1605, would that be 2016 May? January, February, March, April, May. May 2016. Scout says, you were right. It was 54, and the wife gave me the stink eye when I got in the truck. Oh, bourbon is too much here as well. What can you do? Drink more Canadian. Yeah, that's pretty well where I'm heading. I will get some bourbon, yeah, but drink more Canadian. It's better on the wallet, at least if you're in Canada. Especially when, you know, a low price Canadian whiskey will be about $22 and a low price bourbon will be like 35. If you don't have a lot of cash on you, the choice is easy. Toro saying independent Lafroig is always worth getting if you can. I do have a bottle of that. It's from Provenance, Douglas Lang. It's an 8-year-old Lafroig. Unfortunately, it's going up in price to shadow the distillery prices. I don't think I paid too much for that. Let me see. Give me a second while I find out what I paid for that Freud 8-year-old. It's gonna take me a minute. I think it was before this. Yeah, it was before this. I have a lot of bills for whiskey here that I have not opened up yet. What were we saying it was? Well, it was before that, I think. It was a 8-year-old Freud, huh? Tonight, yeah, it was before that. Before this. I don't believe I paid that much for it. Hold on. I will get to it soon. Oh, here we are. $116. Where's it? $116.99. These reading glasses are weak. They're the weak reading glasses I got when I first couldn't read. When I was 45 years old, I suddenly couldn't read anymore. And I got these. They're okay for looking at the computer screen. They're great. Okay, where are we at here? Um, oh, every Booker's expression rather, is somewhat different. Okay, yeah, I believe that, Martin. I know that. Uh, Ace is saying to Santa Cruz, it's a little bit difficult to pin the big sweet flavor note on the mixtures. A buddy of mine described it as marshmallow, but I kind of think more along the lines of the color purple. Marshmallow and the color purple. Okay, sure. Sriracha saying, not sure if I've had the 10-year. Don't they put out a younger rye non-age statement? And Santa Cruz said something back there somewhere. I don't know what. It got me lost there. You guys figure it out between yourself. I think I've had that one, says Sriracha. Dave Nicholson, counting my pennies for a bit of Hiram Walker special old. Way to go, Dave. That'd be cool. Nice to have you on here for a change. So many times, I've been looking, and finally you showing up. That is great. That is really great. And Swami saying, not staying, just wanted to say hello. Have a good night, Swami. All the best and pleasant dreams, and on and on and on. Say hi to the wife for me. Sneerson saying, hi, hey, Dave, how's things going down south? Okay. And Sneerson says, to hi, Malta. Cheers, Quig, and all the others. Yes. Yes, cheers. Salud. Oh, I got something in my teeth. They do, in the 10-year is in the same bottle style as their 10 bourbon bottle. Okay, Santa Cruz, I don't know what you're talking about here. Dave's saying, I'm doing okay-ish. It's freaking snowing now, though. It is? I'm going to have to check that. Well, it's not snowing. It's not snowing, but it's cold. And I realized that I had left my porch light on all night and all day and into the evening. There you go. Scout says, hey to Swami. Ace is saying, haven't come across the 10-year-old versions. But 10 to 12 years on a bourbon is a sweet spot for sure. Santa Cruz is saying it's pricey like 100 a couple of years ago. Oh, okay. I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore. I'm lost. I've also had a fair amount to drink, so please bear with me. Graham Young, that's a name I haven't seen before. Great live stream, Food Quig. I love the honesty. Loving a dram of Glengarry 12 here in the East. Glengarry 12 is great. I got to get some more of that. Santa Cruz says hi to Swami. And Whiskey Scout saying, not always Ace, mostly yes, but there are some good younger ones as well. Okay. Great dram to Graham. Yes, absolutely, Whiskey Scout. Nicholson says, I fucked it all up and overpaid my phone bill, so blew my whiskey money. Fuck, damn. Dave, first you buy the whiskey, then you pay your phone bill. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dave. Yeah, life is hard. And Welsh is saying, cheers to Swami. I'm sure I can get your email from someone, and when I do, I'll contact you. Love to do that Campbelltown thing with you. Okay, so that sounds like that's cool. Jerome saying, you seem extra gassy tonight. Did you eat a pizza earlier or Mexican food? Yes, pizza. Weren't you here? I had pizza. And I've been drinking a lot of water and forcing the air down my gullet and whiskey down after that. And it sort of brews up a little bit and then up it comes and burping and so on. Whiskey Scout says, are you into any of the Michter stuff? Oh, Sriracha's asking Whiskey Scout. Okay. And Martin's saying, Dave Nicholson, where are you at? Montana? Laughing out loud. Bill's first always. And he's in Moose Jaw. Yeah, I know Dave Nicholson. We go back almost a decade here. And he's been in Moose Jaw the whole time. Yeah, well, there you go. Bill's first. Yeah, I understand. I know. Me too. Elite Player 17. That's a name I haven't seen before. Are you full or half send type of guy? Question mark. I don't quite understand that question. You'll have to clarify. I don't get it. Whiskey Scout's asking, saying to Sriracha, he's never had any Michters. It is available, just too many choices. I agree, Scout. It's just that way. Sneerson say, Saskatchewanians are responsible lot. Bill's first. Just make sure it's your whiskey bill. Exactly. And then you can send samples to the Quig. Oh, sweet. Ace is saying, yeah, man, I'm interested in the Macallan Classic Cut and Little Book. Wow. And Nicholson's laughing probably at Sneerson or Sneerson's joke. And Elite Player 17 is saying, is it Rana season? I don't understand that either. You got me. I don't know what you're talking about. Anybody try either? Says Sriracha. With regards to, oh man, I can't see a fucking thing. I've had a lot to drink. Macallan Classic. Okay, I don't know about that one. And a Little Book I've never heard of, and I don't know about Macallan Classic. So if anybody knows about Macallan Classic and Little Book, get together with Sriracha and let him know. Martin is asking, is Baker's a Beam product? Yes, it is. There's Baker's and Booker's and what's that other one with the skirt on it? It's the doesn't it start with a B also? Trying to remember. Booker's, Baker's, it's right here. Basil Hayden's. There's Basil Hayden's and Booker's and Baker's. They're all Jim Beam products. Okay. Yeah. And Santa Cruz says, just got a Little Book, but have to. Too many right now to open it. Okay. I understand. I've got about 100 bottles open myself, and I know what you're talking about. Sriracha Ace hasn't had any Macallan in probably 5 or 6 years. I've got about 4 or 5 bottles open right now, actually. Baker's is a bean product? Yes. Bessel Hayden? Yes, exactly, Scout. It takes me a minute, but I do find it. Knob Creek, Bessel Hayden? Yes. And Sriracha's got the rest of them. Okay, so I don't know what that other comment was about. I did not understand it. Okay. I don't know what anyone else is saying. We got 14 people watching. And we got me feeling the influence of the alcohol. AP is Beam Suntory as well. AP freaking multinationals. I'll drink to that. Oh, Alberta Premium. Okay. That's what you're talking about. That's right. It takes me a while. Anytime you do like abbreviations, I have to think, what the fuck does that mean? AP, Alberta Premium, of course. And the Whiskey Scout says, Quig, just poured my first Canadian whiskey sample from you. 40 Creek Founders Reserve. Oh, that's a fine one. I want to drink that with you, but I have to finish this one first. And what is this? I forget what this is. Oh, Among the Heather. That's a Macaloni's Among the Heather. Yeah, I'm going to pour one of those too. I still have a whole bunch of it. 40 Creek Founders. Yeah. I might as well pour it right now. Fancy bottle. Fancy little bottle. 40 Creek. This is a 2016 release. They have a new release this year. This is the Founders Reserve from a year ago. Like I said, they have a new release this year, and I didn't get it. I was thinking of getting it, but I didn't get it yet. I might get it. We'll see. Okay. Plastic cork. This is the same bottle from which I poured your sample, by the way. It's still half full, which is pretty good, considering that I've had it for, when did I open that? I don't remember. 6-8 months ago, something like that. Okay. 40 Creek Founders Reserve. Okay. Gonna put that aside while I'm still drinking the Macaloni's. Toro says, like Booker's, but it's still short of the best. Compare that to Stag Junior around the same price. The Stag Junior is great. Excuse me. Oh, well, we're still on the subject of bean products. I always found Baker's to be a superior whiskey to Booker's. I don't know why, but for me, it did something more. Stag Junior is great for the price, and you like it, says Santa Cruz. I have a bottle here. I haven't opened it yet. It's going to be a while till I do that, but, first in, first out, and finish what's open and so on. I've got about 100 bottles open, so, I try not to keep things around for more than a year. Junior has the cherry, if that blows up your skirt. But I like the Booker's shellac, says Martin Calmer. Makes them 50-50, says Santa Cruz. And Ace is saying, I've only come across Founders Reserve once. Would that be 40 Creek Founders Reserve? Hmm. There are many Founders Reserves. There's a Founders Reserve from um, Glengarry has a Founders Reserve. There's a um, couple other whiskeys that fall under the same corporate banner. One of which is 40 Creek. They were bought out by who was it? The same people who own Glengarry, the same people who own Grant's Finest. Uh, is it Beam Suntory? I'm not sure. Um, I don't usually follow who owns what, but I think the name Founders Reserve is copyrighted or trademarked or something like that. Nicholson saying, fancy bottle. I can't pour without a bit of spillage. I can't piss without a bit of spillage. So there you go. Is a fancy bottle, exactly. It is fancy, and I think that's much of what you pay for is the fanciness of the bottle. Sneerson saying, still have not popped the 2017 14 Creek Heritage. Oh, 40 Creek Heritage probably will end up under the tree, only 40%. Yeah, you know, that 40%, that 40% sort of kept me from buying it. So I haven't tried the 40 Creek Heritage yet. It's still in the stores. I mean, it was part of the big release for the year, the big premium spirits release of November 4th. And there were bottles of it there, but I haven't bought one. I bought a bunch of other Canadian things so far, but not the 40 Creek, um, what you were saying. Heritage. There you go. Martin saying, yep, we'll try 50-50 mix of Junior and Booker's another night. Jerome saying, Quig, do you remember the Abbott and Costello skit? Who's on who's on first? What's on? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that one. Don Holland says, hi, Andy. Hi, Don Holland. Who's I don't know is on third. Um, yes, I know it very well. And then they had the shortstop, and they had the catcher, and they had the yeah, the Abbott and that's from the naughty '90s. I believe the movie was called The Naughty '90s with Abbott and Costello. I remember that. That was classic. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Who's on third? Tomorrow. No, he's the shortstop. Yeah, okay, I got it. I remember that. I'm not a baseball fan, but that was a classic skit. Um, Ace is saying, yes, nice shop in Ann Arbor with a bottle of 40 Creek. Oh, they had 40 Creek FR Founders Reserve in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Wow, that was hard to find here. Sneerson saying hi to Don Holland, and Don Holland saying hi to Sneerson, and Whiskey Scout saying the two Knob Creek single barrel store picks I have are better than most Bookers I have had. Knob Creek single, there you go. Booker's, I think, is overrated, but you know, that's just me. That's just me talking. And you add water, and you think you're going to get to the sweet spot, and you keep adding water, and it's not sweet yet, and you keep adding water. And what have you got left? Mostly water with a bit of whiskey left in it. Whiskey Scout says this 40 Creek screams graham crackers on the nose and palate. Okay. Graham crackers on the nose and palate. Let's see. Uh, Okay, I see where you're coming from. On the nose. Okay, I catch that. Yes, I never would have said graham crackers, but now that you mention it, there it is. There it is. And Ace is saying the bottles I have are twice the age. 13 and 12-year here on my stable. Okay, now I don't know which bottles you're talking about. Okay. There's Rubber Wilbur. Rubber Wilbur is asking Scott. Did Cindy ever talk to you about regretting never having a baby? Do you think she wished now that she was a parent? Well, you're talking to Scott, so I'm not the right one to talk to. My name is Andy, not Scott. I got to get some more water and maybe piss out some of this liquid. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back, kind of. Huh. Don Holland saying, Andy, you sound like you're on the 2 dram. The 2 dram. I don't know what the 2 dram is, but I've had more than 2 drams. I've had several drums. I lost count. Have you guys ever had the store picks of Four Roses CS? And the ones I've had were great. A couple or so. A couple so-so ones. Okay. Can't get Four Roses here in British Columbia. From what I understand, all of the Four Roses that was slated for Canada was bought by the Liquor Commission of Liquor Control Board of Ontario, the LCBO. They bought it all, so the rest of Canada can't get any of it. And yeah, Wilbur, I don't, she never told me about regretting not having a baby. If you think my name is Scott, but I don't think she wanted to be a parent anyway. So 4 roses, no, okay. 15 people watching. Wow, that's pressure. Sneerson saying, Rain Man, who's on first? Yeah, there you go. Second. Noah's Mill is a good one. What is Noah's Mill? That's one I don't know about. Okay. I'm going to try and catch up with these comments. Jim B makes a good juice. It depends on which one. Some Jim Beam is good. Some is, I can leave it there. You look like the actor who plays Churchill tonight. Oh, is it the wrong glasses? Okay, I can take these off. Now I can't read the comments no more. Let's see if these are just dirty. I got to clean them. Martin Comer saying, yep, Noah's is very good. My poor man's Booker's. Okay, that's one that I've never seen in Canada. David Nicholson says, fur cough, 1 part whiskey, 1 part lemon juice, 1 part honey. Just saw it on fake book. So it has to be true. Absolutely. Must be true, Dave. Must be true. Oh, fuck, these are dirty. I'm going to have to clean them. Yeah. These are cleaner. Okay. Just needs a little extra time on it. Which one are we talking about? I've got 2 drums going at the moment, which is Don loves the 4 Roses single barrel. I enjoyed 4 Roses when I could get it. Rubber Wilbur. Andy, did Cindy ever talk to you about regretting never having a baby? Do you think the wish now that she was a parent? No, never. Not once, Wilbur, not once. She never talked to me about that. She never mentioned regretting not having children. I think she did that whole thing vicariously. And she looked at her siblings who had children and didn't want any part of it. I have, Ace, I have had Russell's Reserve. There's a video about a Russell's Reserve that I made 2 or 3 years ago, and I liked it. Santa Cruzan says yes. To what? I don't know. And Martin says, yep, the little bottle of Russell's was a little disappointing. It's been a while for me. You'd have to check my video. Santa Cruzan says, had store picks from Bevmo that were sensational, believe it or not. Okay, store picks is a thing that we don't have in Canada here. And Martin found Russell's a tad harsh. Okay, I don't know from store picks or any of that. That doesn't happen in Canada from what I'm familiar with. Sriracha saying, which bottle I've had good and not as good 10. Love the single barrel. Well, with the single barrel, if it's from a single barrel, you buy a bottle now. You buy a bottle at some other time. It's from another barrel, so it's going to be different. Yeah. Whiskey Scout says, Quig, thank you for introducing me to sipping Canadian whiskey. You're very welcome. Very welcome anytime. Now, the trouble is trying to get it, unless I send it to you. Sneerson says, it's true, Dave. 40 Creek Copper Pot was good in a hot toddy, mixed well with all the cold meds. There you go. Sriracha saying, not crazy about the 6-year-old rye. Now, whose rye would that be? Would that be the Russell's rye? I don't know. Toro saying to Rubber Wilbur, that's a very personal question and not appropriate. It's not none of your business. Well, in case you're wondering, I just farted, by the way. There you go. But whatever. Oh, Santa Cruz says it was 110 proof, 10-year-old Russell's Reserve. Okay. Sriracha's saying, yeah, I got a good store pick in Louisville recently. Andy was Cindy, an attractive woman. I don't have a picture of Cindy in her 20s. Or maybe I do, but it's her thing. I don't believe I have them on me. Robert Wilbur rears his ugly head again. Too much information. What's up with the 20 questions? Sneerson says, just poured a lot 40 cast strength, 55%. Love it. Opens up after 20 minutes with the appropriate addition of water. I'll get to that one eventually, Sneerson. I got so many bottles open and so many bottles still closed. I will get to it eventually. Ace is saying, yum. Don Holland says, Sneerson, lot 40 cast strength is wow good. Yes. Which bottle do you have, Sneerson, or Don Holland? Or Sneerson? Whoever has a bottle, which bottle do you have? I have 2077 myself. Martin is saying that Noah's Mill is distilled in Kentucky and bottled by Noah's Mill, Bardstown. 57.15. Bardstown, that sounds familiar. Bardstown is, isn't that Heaven Hill? Graham crackers, yeah. Sriracha says he hasn't watched Ralphie that much lately. Whiskey Scout, don't see lot 15 in my area, lot 40 in my area. Yeah, it's one of those Canadian things. Terrible. And I've always heard good things about it. Just to get some regular lot 40, Let's see. Sriracha's saying Noah's Mill is one of Kentucky Distillery's products, aka Willet. Okay, Santa Cruz says, I can get the lot 40 here, but no cast strength. No, the cast strength is rare. It's harder to find. But the regular lot 40 is everywhere, at least in Canada. In the States, yeah, there's some markets that would carry it. Yes, it is, Don. Lot 40 cast strength. Very limited as well. Need another one on the shelf to feel comfortable. And Whiskey Scout would try the regular lot 40 if I could find it. Well, maybe I can work out sample for you. I could probably do that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. And Sriracha's saying that lot 40 is about $40 in his area. Think it's worth it? Yeah. Snooston says he's got 4050 open and 4050 and 0636 on the shelf. Okay. I have 2077, which I haven't opened yet. Don Holland says, I would be bragging if I said I have 5 bottles of lot 40 cast strength. You would, but if you do, that's fine. I can get more. There's still more on the shelf at the stores. Whiskey Scout says, gotta find it. Maybe a Kansas City run is in order. Oh, good luck. Just finding the regular 40 might be a problem, but the 40 cast strength, you probably won't be able to get there. Just like a Hazelburn 10, fantastic whiskey. Oh, just killed a Hazelburn 10. Yeah, I killed one about a year ago. And Don Holland says that any lot 40 is good. Indeed it is. It's very good. Martin Calmer says, Sriracha, you have to keep watching Ralphie as part of your whiskey doctorate approval. Buy it, Andy, says Don Holland. Oh, yeah. It's always something. Buy it on one side and save money on the other. Oh, my goodness. Sriracha's saying to Martin, okay, Dad. Ralphie rocks. Yeah, Ralphie's good. I enjoy watching Ralphie. I learn a lot from him. I learn a lot from everyone, really, which is great. I forgot what it is that I'm drinking here. The one before the 40 Creek, I forget. Oh, yes, the Macaloni's Among the Heather. that nose is unmistakable. Yeah, yes, Don, taxes do suck in the spring. And the spring will come soon enough that I will have to pay taxes and I will owe more money than what I have because I bought all this fucking whiskey. Not that I have any buyer's remorse or anything. I like whiskey. And Martin saying there's a Wilbur in every other one of these. Sriracha hasn't been keeping up. I understand. I'm falling behind on my watching videos too. Like right now by being here. Whiskey Scout says, I bet I've watched 95% of Ralphie's videos over the last 2.5 years. That's commendable. I've watched a lot of them too over the last 7 or 8 years. How to Kurt. This is Rubber Wilbur, Andy. Was Cindy an attractive woman in her younger years? Can you show us a picture of her in her 20s? Thanks. I do not have a picture of Cindy in her 20s. Cindy has pictures of Cindy in her 20s, but I do not have them. Wilbur. Cindy was a great companion. And in many ways, she was attractive because of that. And I don't want to go into this any further, really. I mean, if you want to talk to Cindy, go ahead. You should be able to find her. You should find her on what do you call it? Facebook. But she remembers your comments there, Rubber Wilbur. She remembers your comments. And she knows all about you. And she didn't like your comments way back when, and she still doesn't. So I don't know why you're so fascinated about Cindy. I'm going to change the subject. Cloud Mountain, whoever that is, says, if you live in BC, BC liquor stores will ship any product to your local store. That is, if they have it. Try and get Lacheg 10. And Don Holland says, no more Cindy comments, please, guys. Yes. What the fuck is this Cindy stuff? Get over it. Yeah, you should ask Rubber Wilbur what this Cindy stuff is all about, because I don't know. Cindy's my ex. We broke up 2.5 years ago. We talk from time to time, but we're not really a big part of each other's lives anymore. That's the end of it, really. Whiskey Scout saying, I'm not following why this matters, Rubber Boy. Nor am I, Scout. I don't know. You mean and Cindy, Yumi and Cindy go way back here on YouTube. Okay. YouTube goes back to 2006. Cindy and I go back to 1999. If there was anything, any information to be gleaned from the thing about me and Cindy, you will have gleaned it already. Wilbur, you said that you were here back when you were here. You were here. You were here when Cindy and I were together. You saw it all. We made so many videos. If anyone's interested, they can go back and look at all those videos that we made together. And there you go. I don't know what this fascination is about Cindy. Cindy is history. Okay? She's history. We have a past, yes. Cindy and I are still friends, but we're live apart. We live far apart. I'm in British Columbia on the coast, and she is in Alberta on the other side of the mountains. When I will see her next, I don't know, if ever. I hope I will, but I'm not planning on getting together with her, and she's not planning on getting together with me. And that's the end of that. We had 10 good years together, and there's nothing more really to talk about. We are in the past. How was the little Trinity? Well, I had the Wisest 35, and I had the little Trinity after the Wisest 35. Now, the 35 was at 50%, and the Trinity was at 45. I regret that I had the Trinity after I had the 35-year-old Wisers. I will get back to it. I still kept 2 of the little sample bottles full of each, and I will review them in the future and do them justice. Right now, I can't do them justice because before I tasted them, I had had a lot of other whiskeys, and the 35-year-old Wisers really was nice. The 3-grain right after the Wisers 35 was nice, but I didn't get the full benefit of it. So I'm going to have to go back and do that again. So far, I think the little Trinity was great, but I'll have to go back to do it some justice. Well done, Quig. You said it. All right. 40 Creek is done and was great. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Sneerson saying, sorry, just trying to change the topic off Cindy. Yeah, I know. You mean well, and it's working. It's pretty good. But I just have to get back to this. Whiskey Scout saying, now that oatcake and some Lost Blend is growing on me. Lost Blend is nice if you can still find it. I can still get it myself if I want to. And Jerome saying, enjoying all your drams, Quig, over time. Probably fights off sore throats and other things. Yeah, I think so. I think so very much. And how to Kurt or whatever your name is, or Wilbur. Cindy's niece is a total other topic. I don't even know her very well. She's far away. Not my thing, really. Where are we? Um, what a beautiful evening. Yes, I agree, Sriracha. Supermoon in effect. Oh, there you go. Is it this weekend? I knew it was this weekend that we were having a full moon, but I thought that was Friday night because Friday night was just crazy busy and stupid, and I was glad it was over with when it was over with. New moon? No, no, it's not a new moon. It's a full moon, full super moon. New moon is going to be in 2 weeks, Sneerson. I know this for a fact, but I was seeing the moon and it was getting bigger and bigger, and I'm going, okay. Uh, ah, I can't believe these guys looking at my old videos and remember and watching them over and over again and wanting to get involved in stuff. Yeah, it was a Shawnee pub. Yeah, we had a good night there, but I haven't seen her since that particular time, and that's what, 3 years ago. Still hanging in there on my second dram this time. A Wathen's bourbon. Yeah, I had some of that last night. I made a video about it as well, and the video will be going up in a while, in about 2 weeks or so. But yeah, I did make a video about that, and the sample was thanks to Whiskey Scout. Thank you, Scout, once again. Kurt and Wilbur should hook up. Yeah. Santa Cruz is saying, don't even read it, Quig. Excuse me. We love you, brother. Yeah. Full tonight. Yeah. Watson single barrel is decent stuff. Yeah, it reminded me of Elijah Craig 12, actually. Yes, 2014, exactly. Moonstruck, says Don Holland. Oh my goodness, we got more people watching. We got 17 people watching now. How did that happen? Moonstruck. I would say so. Get some more water. My drinking is slowing down considerably now. Yeah. Yeah, 2014, that's when we went to one of Cindy's nephews was getting married, and we went to a big wedding. And Jay Fretless says, hi, Quig. Hi, Jay Fretless. Good to have you with us. Uh, you know, uh, I'm going to say this about my general philosophy of life. If there's a girlfriend, that's great. If there's no girlfriend, that's great. If there are children, that's great. If there are no children, that's great too. It's all great. It's you make the best of what it is. And that's what life is all about. You know, if I had a girlfriend right now, I would make the best of that situation. Just like I'm making the best of the situation right now. But if she becomes a demanding bitch, I don't want anything from her. Now, Cindy was not demanding too much. But right now, I'm happy as I am. Whether I have a girlfriend or not, I'm happy. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm spending my quality time with you guys here, and I'm having a good dram. And I'm enjoying that. And that's what life is all about. I'm enjoying this as I would enjoy any other situation that I would be put in. And there you go. And Sriracha Ace would like to find Wathen's BP barrel proof. Ah, good question. I don't know anything about that. Sneerson says, being my first cast strength whiskey, this lot 40, really don't mind messing around with water, kind of enjoy it. I always thought it should be this distiller's duty to get it right, but not a big deal. Well, I don't like playing around with water, really. I just want it to be right out of the bottle. So if it's bottled between 45 and 51%, 52%, that's good. And then I don't have to add water and I can enjoy it as it is and maybe tailor the size of my sips to the strength of the whiskey. But if it's more than about 52%, then I have to play around with water. And Martin's saying these Sunday night live streams have become a regular part of my YouTube watching, and this is great. Well, thank you, Martin. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. And I'm surprised that Jackass didn't come back on because Corey Vrecken. Yes. And Sriracha's asking Sneerson, are you saying that you like it a lot? Neat versus with water. Whiskey Scout saying Wathen's has a single barrel 94 proof. Not sure they have a true barrel proof. Okay. Don Holland saying, cheers, guys. I'd rather have a cat than a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Yeah. My problem with cats, Dave, is that I'm allergic to them. And I would rather, over cats or dogs, have a rabbit. We had rabbits when Cindy and I were together. And I love those little beasts. They were just great. But in the apartment complex where I live right now, pets are not allowed. If they were allowed, I would have brought the rabbits here with me when Cindy and I broke up. But no, the rabbits were great. They were just wonderful. And Sneerson says, nope, Sriracha, add water a little at a time. Yeah, I did drop here, drop there. And Sriracha saying to Scout, came out recently. Whatever that means. Whiskey Scout says, Night Holland. Okay, Jay Fretless is saying they do limited to like 35 barrels. Are we talking about barrel proof? Oh, okay, to select few stores. Yes, of course. Whiskey Scout is saying, we'll keep my eyes open. We're talking about Wathen's barrel proof, I'm guessing. Sriracha's saying, well, he's got sunglasses on, so it must be too bright for him. Cats are not the kind of pussies you want in your home. Yeah, Fretless says at the Whiskey Scout, 25 accounts got one barrel each. And Whiskey Scout is asking, is it on their website? 25 accounts. Don Holland says to Fretless, hello, drummer. Wow, this is not going down too well anymore. I'm getting near the end, guys. We've been on for an hour. Jerome, when are you going to Scotland for your distillery tour? What is this, Sriracha Ace? I do not understand all these symbols. It says notes, slot machine, I impeach bubble, leftwards arrow with hook, cyclone, surfer, call me, and eject. Beats me. Sneerson's asking Fretless what he's drinking. Fretless saying 1776 barrel proof rye. When are you going to Scotland, Quig? Oh, I don't know yet. And Santa Cruz says to Jay Fretless, like your pics on Instagram, very nice. Okay, cool. I need to get me another glass of water, believe it or not. And I'll be back when I have another glass of water. I will put this 40 Creek Founders Reserve away. More water. I'm almost ready for bed. Okay, I'm back again. There are 15 people watching. My goodness. Where was I? Okay, all those All those symbols from Sriracha. Liking the pics on Instagram. Okay. The Lost Blend is going down too easily. I agree. It would. Old Medley. I don't know what you're talking about, Sriracha. Whiskey Scout saying yes. So I guess you guys know more about it than I do. We're so close. We got to share a dram in the near future, says Jay Fretless to Santa Cruz. And Sneerson saying, what's the percentage on that Scout? Nadura peated with a dollop of Lagavulin 12. Cast strength. My goodness. Sick remix, no kidding. Santa Cruz says, sounds good. Been checking out the KL Wines. Online, pretty nice. Good prices. KL Wines, I don't know anything from that. 46 wonderful percent. Okay. And we're talking about the percent on what the Scout was talking about. The Lost Blend, yes, 46%. Very nice. It's good stuff. Ace is base. Is our man Quig all right? Yeah, I'm fine. It sounds like Quig's using a plunger for his toilet. You got good ears. It was not a plunger for my toilet. What I was doing is I was pouring water from these 4-liter jugs into a 7.5-liter water dispenser that goes in the refrigerator. Boy, does that bolt play a mean tune. His bladder speaks. His mic is working fine. Did I hear a flush? Sriracha like the humor. Why do you care if I'm diabetic or not? How to Kurt or Rubber Wilbur, whatever your name is. I've been diabetic now for about, 12 years, maybe a little more. About 12 years since I found out about it. Type 2, I imagine. Since it was adult onset. And I take medication for that and keep the blood sugar down. Sriracha saying, hope I don't offend anybody, but I'm going to drink a wild sour beer now. Go ahead. It's your drink, not mine. Enjoy it for what it is. Exactly. It's about enjoyment. And Sneerson saying 46% is perfect, although sometimes 48 or 50 is nice as well. Hey, 40 or 43 has its moments as well. Flight control. Pretty much. Jason Voorhees says, why would that be offensive? Kurt, do you wear a skirt? How did I get diabetes? It's probably I ate a lot of sweet stuff and a lot of carbohydrates, and I didn't do a lot of exercise, and I sat around in a taxi for 12 hours a night trying to make a living. And the sedentary lifestyle and the high carbohydrates and a lot of sugar added up, and it was too much for my pancreas at one point, and so my pancreas couldn't produce enough insulin to control the sugar, and so the sugar ran rampant. And so it is, and so it was. And you go on from there. Yeah. I'm surprised you're diabetic because you're pretty thin. Thought type 2 was based on habit, not genes. It's based on both in a combination, and so on and so on. I'm not exactly thin, but I'm not exactly fat. Um, if you have diabetes, it eats up the fat actually, or it doesn't. You don't put on fat as much when you're diabetic as if you were not. Sriracha's saying, at Don Holland, I've dripped my share of Lagavulin into another. Okay, we're talking about hybrids, or actually modifying whiskeys to make them work for you. Jason just got back from Total Wine with a Schwartz beer, Irish Red, and Hefeweizen, now sucking down a bottle of Aberfeldy. Are they open this late? Wow. Good dramming ace, says Don Holland. Okay. The trolls are back. Well, and yeah, Sriracha's saying that's total cool to Jason. There you go. Whatever, trolls, it's harmless, really. Want to talk about diabetes? Fine, talk about diabetes. It's not the end of the world. I take medication for it to keep the sugars down and to keep me pissing out the extra sugar that's in my blood. That's one reason why I piss a lot more than most people. Okay, I drink a lot of water with my whiskey, but I also have medication that modifies the enzymes in my kidneys so that the sugar that's in my blood doesn't get reabsorbed when it goes through the kidneys. It gets leached out, so to speak. And so all the excess sugar that's in my bloodstream doesn't get reabsorbed and keep recirculating in there. It gets pissed out. And that's one of the side effects, or one of the first, not side effects, but one of the first symptoms of diabetes is being thirsty a lot and pissing a lot. And this medication that I have lowers the threshold of the blood sugar content to a point where I piss out more when the blood sugar level is lower, to keep it low. And I have another bit of medication that makes my pancreas produce more insulin. And I have another medication that causes the cells in my body to be more susceptible, or more welcoming to the effects of the insulin to burn up the sugar. So I've got it coming and going 3 ways. And there you go. Where we are. Okay. Whiskey Scout says, well, boys, I've had a long day and the eyelids are getting heavy, so I must say goodnight. All enjoyed it. Yeah, Scout, was great having you with us. I enjoyed it too. And Jason's saying, it sort of reminds me of Aberlour 12, and not just because of the name. We only have 12 and 21 here. And I think you're talking about Aberfeldy. And Santa Cruz is saying, good night, Scout. Rubber Wilbur is not a troll. Rubber Wilbur is family to Quig and has been following him for a decade and on to the next decade. Yes, he's a mascot, but he means well. And Sriracha says, I love this beer. Is how to Kurt related to Wilbur. Night Scout, says Sneerson. Yeah, good night, Scout. Santa Cruzin says, I'm hitting it to everybody. Good night, Quig. Okay. Great. And Sriracha saying, see you, Santa. Is that Dimples Wilbur? Sneerson says, got a rye shootout going. Lot 40 cast strength versus Weiser's triple rye. Interesting. Sriracha saying, later, Scout. And cool pair of sneers. And Sneerson says, lot 40 cast strength wins the shootout. I thought it would. Sneerson says, hope I have mascots like that when I join YouTube. Aren't you on YouTube already? Too bad Cindy never appreciated that. And Martin's saying good night all. So everybody's leaving, which is fine because I'm getting towards the end as well. We've been on for a couple hours, and we did 3 hours before the Scotch Test Dummies came on. So I've kind of had enough to drink, and I've kind of had enough of hosting this thing. I'm getting tired. Oh, and I can't see very well. What's that say? Good night, all. See you next week, says Martin. Good night, Martin. Jerome says good night, Quig. And Don Holland says lucky old 13, whatever that means. Jason says, have you tried Smoky Joe? No, I have not tried Smoky Joe, Jason. I don't know anything about it. Don't know. Never tried it. And Dave Nicholson saying, go to bed, Quig, you look sleepy. I'm off, good night. Yeah, at that, I think I'm going to be off too. Steampunker said, Donald, I can't read without this fucking thing here. Smoky Joe smoking smoke. Oh, Smokehead. I've had Smokehead. Sneerson saying, good night, Dave. And Sriracha saying, I like when Quig gets the acronym. It's rare, but sometimes it happens. Yeah. Okay, well, we're down to 9. We lost like 8. We lost like a whole bunch of viewers in like no time flat. So I'm just gonna have to find out where the thing is to shut you all off. And I'm gonna wish you a good night and a good week, and slanchava until next time, and have yourselves a good one, gentlemen and ladies.